Hello YouTube. Today I will be reviewing a Creepypasta OC. Fully Coolly Dude on DeviantArt asked me to review their OC, Sia Forrester. Real quick, I want to apologize if I sound weird at any point in this video. I have a cold right now, so that's why I might sound a little different than usual. Alright, let's begin. Starting off with the visuals. The author mentioned that they weren't an artist, so their friend drew their character for them. The picture you are seeing is by Hopeful Entertain on DeviantArt. I'll leave a link to their DeviantArt page in the description. If you're interested, you should go check out the work. So I really like the design of Sia, but my main complaint is the chibi style. Since it's a creepypasta OC, a more realistic or semi-realistic style would make more sense. But art style is completely up to the artist. It's more of a personal preference on what I think would suit a creepypasta OC. But other than that, I think the design is really good. The colors aren't too flashy, and her killing attire makes sense in a scenario in which dark clothing would be best for not trying to attract attention, specifically at night. Moving on to the bio. Basic info. Name, Sia Forrester. Nickname, her best friend Megan used to call her Chocolate Monster since she would eat chocolate often. Creepypasta name, The Vigilante or Vigilante. Gender female, race Caucasian Indian mix. Skin color medium brown, age 21. Date of birth October 16th, 1995. Place of birth Boston, Massachusetts. Current residence, Sia can live basically anywhere since she hides her identity while killing, but she travels around a lot when the police are close to finding her out. Species human. Sexual preference bisexual. Zodiac sign Libra. Religion atheist. She thought there was a god, but after her best friend dies, she doesn't think there is one. Languages spoken. Fluent English and fluent Hindu. Favorite color any shade of blue. Relationship status taken by the mask maker. Medical info blood type AB positive. Phobia claustrophobic. Mental illness clinical depression. Habit Sia is a chocoholic, which means she is addicted to chocolate. She often eats chocolate and will go through a chocolate withdrawal if she doesn't eat any for a long period of time. Appearance. Height 5'8". Weight 167 pounds. Eye color brown. Hairstyle / hair color. Medium long dark brown hair with side swept bangs. Weapons. 2 Spurtico Matriarch fully serrated S-curve blades. Killing attire. Dark blue short sleeve shirt, black cloak, black combat boots, and black jeans with knife holders on her waist. She also wears a black wolf mask that she made herself. It's made from duct tape material. The eyes are transparent so she can see through them, and it has breathing holes. Personality. Sia was a very kind girl. She would always show respect and didn't really use profanity. She never had any friends since she only wanted to make her parents proud. She would always try to get good grades, and she would never get into any trouble. When her mother died, she became distant, cold-hearted, and used profanity a lot. When she met Megan, she started to open up again. When her best friend died, she vowed to never open up to anyone again. She thinks friends are a liability. While killing, she's very sadistic. Likes killing, making her victims paranoid by stalking them, and making her victims suffer. Dislikes. Feeling vulnerable because it reminds her that she couldn't protect her mother or her best friend Megan. Cold, rainy weather, since that's what the weather was when her mother died. And cops, since she feels they are useless at their job. Most prized possessions. Her weapons and a picture of her with Megan. Strengths. She's very agile, has good upper body strength, learned a few combat moves from her father, learned how to use medical supplies in case she gets wounded, and she's very clever from reading different types of survival / educational books. Weaknesses / flaws. Human weaknesses, and not very fast. How she kills. Slitting her victim's throat, stabbing the victim multiple times, or torturing her victims. Her victims. She targets anyone who is impure, but mostly people who betray their friends. Quote, "You're not innocent." Family mother. Name Lena Forrester. Age 48. Race Indian. Skin color medium brown. Eye color brown. Hairstyle / color black neat bun. Occupation nurse. Current status deceased. Father. Name Thomas Forrester. Age 50. Race Caucasian. Skin color fair. Eye color hazel. Hairstyle / color. Before he enlisted into the military, his hair was brown, short, and messy. Now it's a buzz cut. Occupation in the military. Current status mentally unstable. There isn't much wrong with the bio, but there are some things that aren't explained, or there isn't a lot of information. For example, what Sia likes. Sia has a lot of dislikes but very few likes. Killing her victims, stalking them, and making them suffer makes sense, but I think you should add some more likes. You wrote how she really loved chocolate and that's how she got her nickname Chocolate Monster from her best friend. If she likes chocolate, then that should be under the likes as well. Even if she is a killer, Sia should have more to her character than just killing. Maybe she likes a certain type of music or likes spending her spare time reading books. You should try to make your character seem more interesting by adding small details. Small details such as something they like or dislike can make them more memorable. Like I said, even if Sia is a creepypasta OC, she can still be an interesting character. But that's all I have to say about the bio. Let's move on to the backstory. I'm only going to read the summarized version, so the animation will be a lot shorter than the animation from the last video. There's a full version of Sia's story, and if you're interested in reading it, I'll leave a link to it in the description. Sia lived in an average 2-story house. Her mother was a nurse at a local hospital while her father was in the military. Her father would always try to make it home for the holidays, especially Sia's birthday. When she was 14, her mom died protecting her from burglars who broke into their home. After her father heard the news, he became mentally unstable over the loss of his wife. So after her mother's funeral, Sia had to live in a group home. When she first arrived at the group home, she was distant and didn't really talk to the other kids. Another orphan by the name of Megan Brooks became her first friend. At first, Sia found her annoying, but Megan's upbeat personality rubbed off on her and she became cheerful again. The two spent their days together at the group home and in school. They both enjoyed reading books and cracking jokes with each other. When Sia turned 18, she had gotten a job as a cashier at a local pizza restaurant. When they turned 21, they had to leave the group home. Luckily, they saved enough money to move into a small 2-bedroom apartment. The two best friends lived happily until the day after Valentine's Day. The police arrived saying that Megan was found dead in the woods early that morning. Weeks went by as Sia mourned her friend. When the cops told her they couldn't find the killer, she decided to take things into her own hands. Alright, Sia's backstory is pretty interesting, but it's a common backstory with OCs where someone close to them dies and they're never the same after that. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's a reoccurring storyline. It's usually used to explain a character's breaking point. Again, there isn't anything wrong with it, but a close friend or family member's death shouldn't be the only thing used to explain the character's breaking point. People don't become murderous psychopaths out of nowhere. A murderer usually shows early warning signs of having killer tendencies, like killing small animals is an example of an early warning sign. It isn't the only warning sign though. Even if Sia killed out of revenge after finding out that Megan's boyfriend had killed her, anyone would have brought the information she had found to the police. It seems kind of far-fetched that she immediately turns to murder, but I can understand that she was probably tired of the law and not catching the criminals responsible for her mother's murder and not finding the killer responsible for Megan's murder. Also, you never really know why Matt, Megan's boyfriend, kills her. In the story, he says Megan left his house early to make dinner for her and Sia. He then says he's jealous of how close Megan and Sia are. Now, jealousy could be a contributing factor to his decision to murder Megan. Matt was jealous of their close relationship and it leads him to killing Megan. But this doesn't make much sense. If he were upset over Sia interfering with the relationship, he would have killed Sia instead. Maybe instead of Matt trying to kill Megan, he was trying to kill Sia and Megan got in the way and the result was her death. Sia could still avenge Megan by killing Matt right there. After that, she might decide to go hunting for the burglars that killed her mother. I mean, this is just an idea and you don't have to use it. But if you do take anything from this, I'd say do a little research on serial killers. Like what led them to murder, how they act around people, if they showed any early warning signs, stuff like that. It would help explain why Sia would turn to murder. So my final thoughts on Sia. I think that Sia is a good character. Her design is nice and her bio is good. I just think you should add some more likes and do a little research on serial killers. I'll leave a few links to different websites about serial killers and their motivations. I really think Sia could be a fantastic and interesting character. I hope my advice helps, but you don't have to use it because Sia is still your character and whatever you want your character to be is your decision. So if you're interested in the creator and their OC, I've left links to their DeviantArt in the description. There's also a link to the artist of Sia's reference drawing in the description. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you all enjoyed this OC review. Bye!